more taxes from fewer workers, but soon we will have fewer and fewer people paying more taxes because government has to keep spending and paving. That's not a typo. And subsidizing just to keep the illusions of a strong economy. Well, I'll tell you, there are no illusions coming forward from this government. We will speak what we see, we will speak what we learn, what we know, and we'll make decisions based on the facts that justify it. In 10 years, we could reach a point where one person is generating taxes for every one person who is paid from the public purse. And at that point, it gets very hard to avoid a spiral of borrowing, taxing, and watching private businesses leave. Or we can bet on the creativity and the drive of New Brunswickers. We can create conditions that make success possible for everyone who has had an idea, takes a risk, or starts a business without help from others. A premier can provide facts and urge changes, but the kind of province we will ultimately be depends not on the government we elect, but the people that we are. I'm calling on each one of us to ask, how can we each lead this change? We need a new attitude that replaces what do I get with what can I do. Every time we ask government to do something, we should ask, 30 years from now, will my grandchildren be glad that this decision was made? That is the era of big citizenship that I'm calling for here tonight. At the First Minister's meeting, I talked a lot about equalization. I want you to know this. I will never ever fail to defend our interest in the front of any audience that I face. We will always tell our story and never shrink from asking for the tools we need to move forward. But equalization is not an end to itself. I did not get into politics to make life more comfortable for us to be a have-not province. I got into politics to get us off the list of being a have-not province. Equalization is a tool. Equalization is a tool, but the goal is a world where we do not need it. We do not want to live in fear of decisions of others. I want to drive that part home. Right now, 36% of our budget comes from federal transfer payments. That means that huge parts of our economy and our social safety net depends on decisions that others make. Tomorrow, the equivalent of our entire healthcare system could be removed by the decision of others. New Brunswickers deserve the security of having a strong economy that can pay for public services we choose to have. It starts by getting control of our deficits and our debt. We pay 7 cents out of every tax dollar in interest on our debt. That money does not stay here at home. It goes to bondholders outside New Brunswick and outside Canada. Small decisions on interest rates made by others can affect our ability to fund schools and hospitals. One reason I was so concerned when we received a credit downgrade warning last year is because I know the human cost of that. A downgrade in our credit overnight means that we spend hundreds of millions more on borrowed money to service the debt that we already have. Notre gouvernement veut contrôler les dépenses et les emprunts afin que les gens de Nouveau-Brunswick puissent contrôler leur avenir. Quand les autres nous donnent ou nous prêtons de l'argent, ils ont le contrôle. Voilà pourquoi défendre le Nouveau-Brunswick ne veut pas dire demander de l'argent aux autres. Cela veut dire demander l'équité. Et nous allons défendre le Nouveau-Brunswick. We will continue to fight the job-killing carbon tax imposed on us by the federal government. The carbon tax debate is not between those who want to deal with climate change and those who do not. In our speech from the throne, we were clear that we accept that climate change is real, man-made, and worthy of action. But the federal carbon tax is expensive, bureaucratic, and ineffective. It is also applied differently across the provinces. Why, for instance, does the federal plan make gas 16 cents a litre more expensive in Sackville than 10 minutes away in Amherst? For the federal Liberals, it's a revenue generator, not a climate policy, to the tune of $1,200 per year more a New Brunswick family will pay when fully implemented. We do not oppose the carbon tax because we're absent in the fight for a cleaner environment. We know we can meet the emission targets without taxing people more. And our goal is to meet the emission targets, and our goal is to fight the tax.